get your bug.
Trey is my son
All right, now we're gonna do a bear walk back down.
that I've gotten by guardianship, and he had some issues beginning at birth, and as he's developed, we've noticed he's been slower to talk and to do some physical activities.
That looks like another ladybug.
He was behind quite a bit in his speech and in some of his motor skills. Used a lot of just grunting and made noises. Now he'll tell me exactly what he wants. It is, just been a tremendous improvement as far as him being able to use words to articulate what he wants.
Spot On is a program that seeks to reduce communication, self-regulation, and functional life skills deficits that may interfere with student progression in an early learning environment. We coordinate therapy services at the Early Learning Center, and we fund professional development for caregivers so that every child is developmentally spot on.
Really, the kids are making progress now, and it doesn't seem as big, but it's a snowball effect. So the small changes that they're making at 2 turn into big changes that they're at 5. And it just really, we're setting them up with a good foundation, so that way over the life process, they're able to grow and learn more and more.
That one's a big donkey.
Changing your brain as an adult or even as an older child is so much harder, takes so much more time to do, rather than just helping these kids now.
Why their brain is growing. 90% of the brain is developed. All of those inner workings and connections happen between birth to 5.
Yep.
So that is our window to really make sure that the brain is developing correctly, proactively.
It's different because we have implemented therapists actually coming into programs and collaborating with the teachers.
First we dance, then it'll be circle time.
As a director, if you have a teacher that can't function in the classroom with this child, they're quick to go out the door and you lose them. The fastest way to lose a teacher is not support them in the things that they need to prosper in their classrooms.
It's just the extra added help, and then you get these tools and you're figuring it out, and you can slowly start to see different changes in behavior or whatnot. I said that makes it way better in itself. The days, the want to help them because you're actually making a difference, I guess, at that point.
And that's one of the pieces that often fails with professional development, is it's one thing to tell somebody how to do it. It's another thing to guide them through it, and that's what these therapists are able to do. If you don't know what sounds a 2-year-old should be making and what sounds those 2-year-olds are missing, you can't address letter sounds. You need a therapist to be able to teach you that.
So much is going on in these age ranges. You're making huge developmental strides and gains and skill acquisition every 6 months in these age ranges. So early intervention is absolutely key for helping to remediate things that might become a problem later on down the road.
Oh, it's so successful because the parent buy-in and the teacher buy-in. Because with me, if I see a kid for 30 minutes a week, that's all they're getting. But the teachers and the parents are with them all week, all day, forever. So what's really nice is that if we're able to teach the parents and the teachers how to implement the skills that we're doing, we're kind of the reinforcers of what the parents and teachers are implementing.
It's amazing when you see a parent that is benefiting from this service. Even 2, 3, 4 weeks in, they come to me and they go, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the extent these services would make with my child, and by not being able to provide them and now providing them, making an ease, I don't know what we would do without the program.
It helps me bring more of an understanding to these children who are having such a difficult time talking. It has me as a teacher slowing down. By having her work with me and the children, I'm slowing down my vocabulary and my speech so they are able to hear the sounds and break them down. So it's more on their level. I just feel very happy and overwhelmed that I have been a part of this and seen the growth from these children in just a short time.
I think that it's a great program to have in the schools because a lot of parents don't have the opportunity to be off from work to take them different places to get those services that they might need.
The speech and language pathologists are experts in communications. They're going to pinpoint the little things that a lot of us don't see and are able to give you the exact interventions to help promote that kid's language, as well as the occupational therapists. They are experts in self-regulation.
Good job, Richard. All done? All right, let's dry hands.
Social emotional skills, play skills. So they're really able to hone in and give those teachers and parents the strategies they need.
I feel like they're being understood. They're not just being the bad kid. They're not just acting out for no reason. There are reasons and there are ways that we can help. And this program definitely has showed us those tools to use.
Education, curriculum, those are not independent pieces that will develop without proper speech functioning, without the ability to function in an environment with your sensory system or hold a crayon properly. If we're not addressing those underlying skills or those gaps, a child doesn't have a chance of making the adequate progress. We talked about crossing midline. Well, that's a developmentally appropriate skill that a lot of people don't know because it's also a medical skill. It's something that should happen automatically, but for some children, it doesn't. And if we don't recognize that, and that crossing midline happens in a book, if you're going from left to right when you're reading, you're crossing midline. But if that child struggles to cross that midline in day-to-day bigger things, of course that child is going to struggle in a page.
Yes.
So it's taking all of those developmental skills that these therapists are experts on and then taking a teacher point of view to apply it to curriculum.
I have sat with 3 out of 4 of my students and been able to walk the parent through the process of, you need to get this child through either child find or early intervention into the pre-K eval center, and we want an IEP written before this child ever enters school. So that's been a huge piece that just makes my day, because I know that these kids are going to start with the support that they need and they're not going to get lost in the shuffle.
I had a kid that really didn't talk. I had him in my class for probably like 3 months and he still hadn't opened up to me. But when he started the speech and doing different games, and she was giving me the worksheets and stuff to implement in the class material also, it allowed him to open up and start talking.
The classrooms that were most successful are the classrooms that had complete collaboration between all aspects of what that child needs, whether it be OT, speech, physical therapy, mental health counseling, and all of that wrapped into pedagogy really is what makes a difference. You're able to meet those independent, individual needs, which is what we should be doing for everybody.
It's the best job in the world. I mean, we're working on the occupation of a child, and that is to play, that is to learn. And I've had so many kids over the year who I've seen just really flourish from a self-esteem standpoint because somebody was able to address some of these deficit skills.
It's life-changing, literally life-changing.